Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodaloo 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 doo. Subscribe. Okay, I just watched West Side Story because I'm trying to watch all of the Best Picture nominees for this Oscar season. So, in saying that, I mean the 2021 Steven Spielberg West Side Story. And I want to get into why I had problems with this movie before I even saw it. And those were, one, Steven Spielberg was making a remake. I don't really have a problem with West Side Story being remade, but Steven Spielberg remaking it, it's just kind of like, you're an original. Make more like original stuff. Why are you doing a remake? But after seeing it, I saw at the end it said for dad, so I haven't read into this at all, but maybe West Side Story meant a lot to Steven and his father and their relationship. So if that's the case, that's awesome. I actually love that. But it's just kind of at this, before learning that, I was just kind of like, man, why is he doing a remake? Why is he doing that? I just don't get it. And then on top of that, it was like, and because Steven Spielberg directed it, he's so good at directing that it's probably going to get nominated for Best Picture. And if it does get nominated for Best Picture, what if it wins? We've already had a West Side Story Best Picture. Why do it again? Like, I was basically just like, I don't want this movie to win Best Picture because I don't like the idea of a remake, a movie that's already won, winning again. That just, I don't know. I don't like that idea, I guess. I don't know why I don't like that idea. For some reason, I just don't like it. So yeah, I don't know. I just had these issues with the movie before I even saw the movie, and I guess now that I've seen the movie, I just didn't like it. So yeah, I guess I just didn't have too much to worry about because I don't think this is winning Best Picture. Maybe it will. I don't know. I guess it could. I still think Power of the Dog is going to, but maybe it could happen. But regardless, well, that's another thing. Let's go back again because, again, at the end it said for dad. So obviously this movie means a lot to him and or his father, or means something in regards to their relationship. But we do have this film original that won Best Picture, considered a classic. Everybody loves it, and I'm assume Spielberg loves it. So you just wonder, like, why would he touch it? Because I feel like he would be the type, and I'm probably wrong, maybe wrong, probably wrong because he's made sequels, but the type that might have the idea of let a classic sit. But I've also, this was like a good reminder I needed. West Side Story is a stage play, stage musical, meant to be performed over and over and over again by multiple casts, right? So in that case, it's sort of in line with its history as a stage musical. We have the classic movie, and then here we have a remake of it, just like you have the original players that made the first stage performance, and then another group, and then another group, and it's still playing, I'm sure. So in that, I don't know, hearing that made it a little bit easier for me to, I guess, digest that there is a remake. Steven Spielberg's making it, even though we have the original classic already. I think that was maybe a reminder that I needed to feel better about it. But again, I still don't want it to win Best Picture because we already have a West Side Story as a Best Picture winner. Also, anyway, but let me get back to just watching the movie and not really caring for it. First thing I'm going to bring up is the title sequence is nowhere close to being as awesome as the original West Side Story title sequence. So that was a major letdown because the original's just fantastic, awesome, beautiful, artful, and this one is not. It's just the title, basically. But overall, really didn't care for this. I think I just like the original more, and I'm not that big of a fan of the original. So this one has some great like lighting in it, but also has, I think, some bad lighting in it. But I really loved some of the compositions were great, like when we see the jets and the sharks in sort of like that salt warehouse, and we see their shadows start to like interlock like this. That was awesome. But there aren't like a lot of spots that I can pinpoint. I mean, the end credits look cool. There was some great shadow work there. Um, but I just, I don't know, overall, it didn't quite work for me. I just, nothing stood out. Ariana um, DeBose, though, she was nominated for supporting actress, and she's really good in this. So, you know, I probably the standout. Rita Moreno, maybe, also, but I think that's more like legacy, you know, that lifts her up. But um, yeah, Ariana is I probably the standout. So it totally makes sense that she was nominated. That'd be cool if she won. I mean, I still have some many performances to watch, but I thought she was the best part of this. So definitely makes sense. She was nominated. But back to the film, the way it looks, a lot of it looked good, but some of it looked really bad. It had sort of to me, an uncanny valley sort of situation. Not with the characters, but you know what I'm talking about with like uncanny valley to where it like looks fake and artificial sort of at the same time and your brain is having a tough time processing. I felt that way with the characters and their backgrounds. You have these wonderful sets, the sets that they are interacting with that look great, and you can tell they're sets, which I'm always okay with when it comes to stage plays and musicals being adapted, because I always look at that as sort of a tip of the hat. But you can tell behind them are like digital sets or something. Something just looks very artificial, or maybe there's a lot of green screen, blue screen type stuff happening to where the characters don't look like they are in the environment in which they are presented, and it just looks off, unnatural, awkward, and lives in that uncanny valley. And I found that very unsettling and jarring and just kind of, I don't know, grotesque or something. I don't know. There was something weird about it where I was like, what is going on? I think I said that. I said, I can't remember the exact words I said to my wife, but I said something similar, like, what is going on with these backgrounds? They're like uncanny valley or something. And she's like, I was thinking the exact same thing. It just all has a art. That's what I said. I said it all looks artificial. But again, when it comes to stage plays and musicals being adapted, I'm okay with that sort of artificial. But there was something else, like a digital artificial falseness to the sets and characters. So yeah, that was very difficult to get past. But yeah, I don't. This is just not for me. So far, I've seen what, 4 Best Picture nominees. I've seen Dune, I've seen Don't Look Up, and Nightmare Alley, and now I've seen this one. Unfortunately, I think this one has to rest at the bottom for now. But I think it's also just a case where it's just not for me, because even the original one, the classic, I'm not that into, you know? It's not like I'm a big West Side Story fan or anything. So I think sometimes musicals aren't for me. There are exceptions, but I'm not like a musical person. I like, you know, obviously the Disney Renaissance. I like, I don't know, or the Sister Act movies, musicals. I like those. When it comes to more like traditional style, I like Demon Barber, Fleet Street, at least the Tim Burton version. I like, what else do I like musical wise? Evita. I like that. I'm sure there are others. They're just not. Oh, I love Moulin Rouge. That one's good. I feel like everybody loves Moulin Rouge, though. But yeah, musicals aren't always for me, and I just don't think West Side Story necessarily is. And between the two, the original uh, cinema classic and this one, I prefer the original, at least right now. Maybe more upon more viewings, if I were to watch this again, it would grow on me more. That has happened with other films, so I'm not ruling that out. Maybe someday down the road I'll like this, but right now, not for me. The original is around, and if you have to pick between the two, I say go with that. But otherwise, I think that's it. I hate to be negative, especially Steven Spielberg. He's my favorite director, and I just don't. I don't know. I usually like everything, and I always feel bad when I don't have good things to say about a movie. But yeah, Ariana DeBose, great. Rita Moreno, another. What was the person's name? Anybody's? Nobody's? Nobody? I can't remember. There's another character in there. Um, Nobody's? Anybody's? I can't remember the name right now. That was good as well. But yeah, so I'd say three standouts in the acting, but that uncanny valley between the sets and the characters was a little too much for me. But anyway, again, that's my ruling on the film, and I'm sorry it's so negative. I feel bad about it. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.